Good morning everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the vlog. It is Tuesday morning and I've had a very productive, positive filled start to the day. And this is what I want to start doing a little bit more. I have been out of my routines for about a month now and I really just want to set some better routines that are a little bit more aligned with what I'm wanting to do and what I'm wanting to create. I just feel like this morning's routine really was it. Like it really was. I woke up and it was raining and that just really started the good vibes. Like even though it was raining and it was like, yeah, you could stay in bed. I got up, I got the day started. It is very dark in here, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I had such a good start to the day. I have uni today. I also have a couple of hours of work. So yeah, I just need to balance my time. Yesterday was a really tedious day sitting at my desk. I just did not want to be there. I wasn't absorbing the information and it was just, yeah, really hard to stay seated at my desk getting on with work yesterday. So today I really want to try and balance my day a little bit more. I do have a lot of uni to get done, but balancing it with other things so my brain doesn't get too foggy. But yeah, I went to the gym this morning. We did an upper body session that was actually really good, even though a man kicked me off my machine. And look, I was actually really mad at myself. Like as soon as I stepped away and let him take over the cable machine, I was like, Georgia, you should have stood your ground. I just moved and went and found another machine even though I was using that one. Anyway, look at my hair. What is happening? Please tell me I'm not the only one that looks disheveled after the gym. I feel like I see so many people on social media after the gym and they look good and I'm like, what do you mean? And look how dark my hair is. I'm getting my hair done next week before my birthday, which is so exciting. I haven't had my hair done since September. So it's been a little while. I'm feeling very brunette. 15% chance I'll go back to brown. I don't know. I feel like I want my hair to be a little bit longer before I go back to brown. I'm starting to grow it out. We're just not quite there yet. I have had a lot of hair growth though. I'm gonna have a shower. Oh, I forgot to charge my camera battery. It's literally flashing right now. Okay, I'll charge you and I'll chat later. It is Thursday today. I've just arrived at my psychology appointment. We've been doing them every month at the moment. It's also hard because my psychologist is so popular that she is booked up normally, like in advance. But anyway, today has kind of come at a good time. I normally see my psychologist when I'm having an alright day, like I'm not feeling sad or really anxious or depressed or anything like that, and it's really hard to sit there in the sessions and kind of remember how it feels on the days that I'm not doing so well. So I think today's session is going to be a little bit interesting just to see how I go, I guess. I find myself sometimes getting stuck when I'm at the psychologist, pretending like it's a friend, I guess, and not being too vulnerable or sad or down because I feel like I have to put my best foot forward kind of thing, even though I know that the whole purpose of me being there is to be vulnerable and to let down those walls, and it's not as much of a social interaction, but I think it's just the fact that I'm in public and my brain is like, oh, we don't feel like that in public. I have definitely felt a bit all over the place the past month since I've seen her. I feel like a lot has happened. I actually brought my journal with me this time and I've written down notes on what's been happening because I've been to therapy long enough to know how our sessions kind of run, and I know the types of things she'll probably ask. So I've just put down some notes on things I've felt in the last couple of weeks. I've tried to remember also how I feel in certain moments, and also things that have happened or things that I've thought of since I've seen her last probably contribute to what we're doing. So if you are going to a psychologist appointment or a counsellor or a therapist, I'd recommend having some sort of journal or somewhere you can write down stuff that's gone on in between sessions or before your sessions, because I know sometimes I have really good ideas the morning of, my thinking is a lot better, and then I go into my psychology sessions and sometimes I just I don't know, blank on things or forget hard things or things I don't, that aren't at the forefront of my mind. So I find that really helpful. I was actually listening to a podcast today. It's from The Imperfects. Can you guys see that? It's the Take Care of Yourself episode. of the Imperfects podcast. The Imperfects podcast is run by the Resilience Project guys, so it's like Hugh and his brother Josh and also Ryan, and it's just a really good listen. I learn a lot from their sessions, and I would really recommend checking it out if you haven't. But this episode was really impactful on me. I've listened to it over the past like 2 or 3 days, just listening to bits on drives, and they were basically talking about debunking hustle culture, you know, the whole premise that we grow up in a society that rewards hard work and stress. Almost, you know, the busier you are, the more that you're hustling, the more you're busy and looking busy, the more satisfaction you get from other people, or, you know, the more people will say to you, oh, you deserve a break. You know what I mean? And it really just like struck a chord with me because I hadn't really thought about it in that way. But that is something that I'm definitely struggling with at the moment. It's definitely relevant to uni at the moment. And it stems back to like my childhood and primary school and all of that stuff. Even my high school, I've touched on that in a few videos, and just like how that's like shaped my anxiety and kind of how I feel and think towards study. And I think that's the point that I'm getting to now. I was saying how I feel like I'm just like not as motivated. I don't put so much stress on myself to like get 7s and everything because I actually have lost that hustle mentality towards everything has to be perfect, which is really good. And I still have a long way to go in working on that on myself, but it's something that I want to show up as a little bit more, especially online, to motivate you guys to think in a similar way, because I just see it all the time, like in reels or on people's stories and stuff. And I do it too, because I do like to have productive days. We all like to be productive. I think it's so much more respectful people that value rest, and you know, the whole premise of allowing yourself to practice self-care and have a better relationship with allowing yourself to rest, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And that's my thinking over the past 2 months, is that, you know, I do pour from an empty cup a lot, and that's why I'm constantly drained, constantly tired. And that's what I'm trying to rework. I have to rework my whole belief system on that, because that's a society we've been brought up in. You know, you work hard, people have multiple jobs, and, you know, you've just got to keep going. You've got to get perfect grades in uni, and, you know, you're constantly having to prove yourself. And, you know, this whole concept of a work-life balance is slowly coming into it, but I still think there's a long way to go in, working on the hustle mentality and whatnot. I hope that makes sense. But if you listen to the episode, that was my thinking, and that's where my thinking stemmed from. So, really good episode. But anyway, I'm going to go into my session now. It's actually really good today. I've got a psychology session and then acupuncture this afternoon. So I'll do some assignment work for a couple of hours when I finish my session, before I go to acupuncture. But it's nice that I've got these scheduled in on a day where I'm feeling a little bit low and just a little bit more anxious, a little bit more sad. I'm home from the psychologist now, and we actually went over, I think she went like 15 minutes over with me. We just had so much to unpack. I still had like notes that I like didn't get to, but we went really into some stuff, like a lot of my belief systems and whatnot that I really want to work on. And then obviously there's a lot of grief and healing, I guess, still there, which all came into like today's session. I do feel a lot lighter after talking to her, and I feel like that is one of my favorite benefits of having a psychologist and having regular sessions. It's like you've got someone that you can talk to about things and that can share a bit of the load, that doesn't, you know, personally know you and doesn't have any preconceived ideas. It's just so good having that outlet, and having someone to talk to. So yeah, that definitely did take a little bit of weight off my chest, and I'm just showing myself some grace today, because it hasn't been the most, you know, productive uni day, and that's okay. Not every day is going to be, you know, your best day, and that's fine. I do have an acupuncture appointment this afternoon, which is going to be really, really good to calm my nervous system down. I was listening to another really good podcast on the way home from the psychologist. I'm really loving Mindset Mentor and the Imperfects podcast. They're like my top 2 that I go between at the moment, depending on what kind of vibe I'm after and how long I'm planning on listening for. If you know any podcasts along those lines that you think I might like, let me know. because I'm very picky with my podcast and what I choose to listen to, but things that are like benefiting me and like personal development stuff. I've also got some new cream on my face. Can you guys see how shiny my face looks to you? It's very oily, like it feels really oily. I was telling you guys I went to a dermatologist skin therapist in one of my last vlogs, and I finally got up all the creams that I had to get compounded. So I had to go to like a special pharmacy to get them made up, and yeah, I just put the face one on before, and I've got like the stuff on my arms. My face feels like it's got oil on it. We'll see what happens and I'll let you know how we go. But yeah, gonna take the rest of the afternoon off as a bit of a breather, have some space, have some time to process and get some rest for tomorrow, so that hopefully tomorrow I can get back into everything. Friday today, and I am so excited. It is the end of the week. I was gonna go to the gym this morning, and then when I woke up I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. I wanted to get in and get some work done, so I've decided this whole morning I'm just gonna get as much work done as I can. I've got a lot of assignment work to do, and then I'll go to the gym in the middle of the day, which is also good too, because then I will have food in my stomach, and I don't particularly like going to the gym on an empty stomach. It's just like, sometimes that's how it is, and I can't eat too early in the morning because I feel sick. I'm gonna do a full body weight session I think today, hopefully be able to lift a little bit heavier. I also did a really bad thing. I've learned my lesson, but I went for a 4K run. When was that? 2 days ago, on an empty stomach. I was so dizzy when I came home. Like, that was really bad. Don't condone that. Definitely have learnt my lesson, but yeah, I think my blood sugar was like too low or whatever. It wasn't a great run. Like, I felt excited that I'd done 4K after, but yeah, my body wasn't feeling too good, so I definitely need to have at least like a banana or something process. But anyway, I am coming downstairs to make some brekkie, and we're gonna have some protein oats. Protein oats it is. Also, I don't know if you can see my hair. The last like 2 days I've been trying to do that like ponytail like claw clip thing that like is on TikTok, but again, I don't have TikTok, but like I saw it on my Instagram reels. My friend Nicole did it like a couple of weeks ago when we went for a walk, and I was like, is that the TikTok ponytail trend? And she's like, yeah, and it looks so good on her. She's got way longer hair than I do, but it looked stunning. No, I really liked it, but I think my hair's too short still to like do that. All right, oats. Now I should measure them, but I don't. I just like kind of go off what they look like. And almond milk, I always put a little bit more than I need to in, just so that like the oats aren't too dry. I don't like them to be like, you know, really solid. And then I also put my fruit in there. We're gonna do banana and raspberry today. And of course, I'm gonna use my Botanika protein. I'm running low. I think I've got a restock on the way. I might just do a classic vanilla today. I did this the other day too. I like chopped my banana up and put it in there beforehand, so it got like hot mushed a little bit in there, and it was quite nice. So I just do half a banana and then wrap the rest up and put it in the fridge, and I'll like snack on it later in the day. Maybe I'll have this before the gym. Yeah, these are the two proteins I have left. Staple vanilla cake batter. You guys know that is my go-to. I have a little bit left of the custard filled cinnamon donut. This was like an OG, like probably one of the first flavors I ever tried of Botanika, and it's really good too. You can put it in everything. I think we're gonna go with a classic vanilla today. Botanika also actually has their own like porridge, protein porridge, which is really good. I used that most of last year. Really, really good if you're on the go. Like I used to have it before work or before placement, or if I was getting up nice and early. Actually, I could have that before my early morning gym session because it's super quick. Like at 5:30 in the morning, I really don't want to be like whipping up breakfast. Do you know what I mean? I just want to add some hot water and call it a day. You guys know Botanika is my ride or die protein. If you are looking for a new protein, I would definitely recommend. Started using them way back in like 2019. Have not looked back since. Repurchased after repurchased. I used to like stock up on them. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I love the quality of these proteins and the way that they make me feel. If you want to try them out or want to have a look at some of their products, I use a lot of their stuff daily, like their power potion. I keep mine in the fridge, but this is what it looks like. This is my pre-workout. I'll have this before going to the gym today. This is the cola flavored, which I love. They also have strawberry kiwi. Go in and out of which one's my favorite. I think strawberry kiwi is my current favorite, but yeah, this is really good too. It's a non-stimulant pre-workout and it's got no banned substance. That is also a plus. But yeah, very tasty. And my discount code is always down below. It is GK10 for 10% off. Oops, I need to mix it. I'm like chopping up the banana. I feel like I'm making porridge for a 6-year-old. My naturopath also makes me put in cinnamon to my oats. I believe this is for balancing out your blood sugar levels. I had my acupuncture appointment yesterday afternoon, and it was so good to do it at the end of the day. And I like came home, had a really relaxing night routine, and then like had a really good sleep, which has been rare for me. My body's just been out of whack, I guess. There's always chaos in my kitchen. But yeah, I had a really good night's sleep last night, which was good. Finally, oh, and she makes me take my tonic. I should actually have some of this stuff. Let me show you the color of it. Look at my herbal tonic. And it tastes like petrol. Let me do one thing at a time. Let me finish making my oats. Again, I don't measure my protein. I literally just know what it looks like. And then take it off the heat. So if you cook the protein, it just changes all the flavors in it. And then I put in a bit of YoPro, get some extra protein in there as well. We're doing it just a little bit, just to, and there we go. Breakfast is served. Looks like someone just did a poop in my oats, but I forgot I have to take my tonic. Cheers. Oh, and it doesn't get easier. I'm going to enjoy my brekkie and do another couple of hours of work before I go to the gym. Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it turns to red. It's true. Yeah, I hope that we could work it out. We'll never be enough for you. No shed a tear or two for good. There are other ways another. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Oh my god, I have sweat in my eye. It's stinging. It's very salty. Woo, that could be taken out of context, couldn't it? My second run of the week. I've been probably only doing one max the past couple of weeks, but I'm trying to like push my kilometers and tried to match what I did on Wednesday this week, which I did, which is good, but it's still very tough. So it's going to take my body a while to like get used to it and get my endurance up. Oh my god, it's so hot right now. What's the time? It's 9:51. It's definitely too late for me to be going for a run. It says it's only 28 degrees. 28 degrees at 9:50 is pretty extreme, isn't it? My face feels like it's on fire. I don't know if that's like because of the new cream that my dermatologist put me on, but like, yeah, it's obviously really red. My cheeks do go red normally, but they're like fiery to touch, and I don't know if that's because my skin's like reacted a little bit to the creams. I don't know. I am dripping. It's gonna be 35 degrees next week. You're joking. But yeah, I need to refuel, have a shower. I'm gonna wash my hair later. I probably don't have time to do it now. And then I'm going to go meet up with Shona and Danny, and we're gonna do some New Zealand planning for our trip that's coming up in a couple of months. So excited. We haven't like all sat down together yet and done like a big planning session, and we have a few things we need to book. We have like the super important stuff booked, like flights, accommodation, all that kind of stuff, but it's like tours and car hire, all that kind of thing that we need to organize. So hopefully we'll do that today. But a very chill weekend for me. My psychologist and my naturopath told me I need to have the weekend off to fill up my cup and mentally regain a bit of energy. So that's the plan this weekend. So sweaty. That was hectic. Look at my face. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. That you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. It is Sunday afternoon now, and I have had the most beautiful, wholesome Sunday, like exactly what I needed to just restore myself a little bit. Why am I holding it when I can literally just leave it there? Exactly what I needed this weekend. I had a bit of a sleep in today, stayed in bed, did a lot of cleaning, which always just makes me feel really good and on top of things for the week ahead. And yeah, I laid out in the sun, had a good swim. I did some New Zealand planning and like tried on some of the jackets and stuff that I bought. I decided I needed ski pants, which I thought I had, but they don't actually stay up. They're too big. So I'm gonna have to have a look for those in the next couple of months. But anyway, it's just been a really nice Sunday and I'm feeling good for the week ahead. I'm still very much behind in a lot of my uni stuff and I have a lot of assignment work to do this week, so I know it's going to be busy the week ahead, but also a lot of fun. I'm very excited for a few things happening this week, like at the end of next week. I'm so excited. You'll see in one of the upcoming vlogs, but I just feel so excited to do it, so that'll be really fun. I feel like this week ahead is just going to be really good. I'm going to end off this vlog here and I'll edit it and get it up for you this coming week. My vlogs will be like mismatched. I need to get one approved, so things will be out of order, but I don't think it should worry you guys too much. Like watching it, I don't think anything will not make sense or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day when you're watching this and I will see you in my next video very soon.